I am Neil Edwards, and this is the Leadership Range, where we elevate the voices of Black and Brown coaches, leaders, and allies, and have soulful conversations about all things at the intersections of leadership, relationships and teams, well-being, and inclusion. Here I offer deep insights and practical tips for work and life. Anything designed to exclude, dehumanize, or marginalize in any way has a design to have you believe you lack power. The thing is, though, you have power beyond measure because you are alive and you are human. You have the ability to have impact and to influence others through your choices and actions. The oldest and most frequent use of the meaning of the word power is the ability to act or affect something strongly, physical or mental strength, might, vigor, energy, effectiveness. Power used as control, another more recent definition, is actually a privilege, or power misused. Many enslaved people refused to eat. That's power. Masters had the resource of food. That's privilege. Know the difference. Many Black Hollywood actors refused to take dehumanizing roles. That's power. The Hollywood elite have historically had the money and control over who gets what. That's privilege. Know the difference. LeVar Burton is all that he is to the world. That's power. There are folks who hold the keys to the gates of Jeopardy. That's privilege. What gets in the way for all of us, and to varying degrees, is our belief and the courage to use our power, individually and collectively. What's different for each of us is our privileges. Privilege is the gatekeeper to access. Access to rank, to resources, to things that when misused and abused have the potential to produce great harm. Privilege would also have you think you have no power, because it most often doesn't want to give up or even share the keys to the gates. It is important to understand these distinctions in corporate work. As a minority worker, it is important not to give up your personal power. It is equally important to understand how to use it to navigate predominantly white workspace, to take care of your well-being, and to build a career. You may not get everything you want, but if you give up your power, it is deeply harmful to yourself. For those with many forms of privilege, it is important to realize you are a gatekeeper. The question is, what kind of gatekeeper are you? You too have power to have impact and influence through your choices and behaviors. I want to remind you of a quote I shared with you last year from Audre Lorde. Quote, "If I didn't define myself for myself, I would be crunched into other people's fantasies of me and eaten alive." Unquote. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Leadership Range. If you enjoyed the episode, I invite you to peruse the others for more great conversations. If you know someone you think ought to be on the podcast, please send me an email at neil@neiledwardscoaching.com. To connect with me, you can find me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/nedwards07. I look forward to you joining in for more conversations each Monday on The Leadership Range.